that you maintain your peace in your life, and one of this is definitely pivotal. But one of the ways that you keep your peace is understanding when you are in situations with people that you simply just cannot win. You can't win, and you gotta really evaluate relationships in your life, or you just environments that you're in general, and understanding how people are putting you in compromising positions that in any way, shape, or form you can't win. And when I say with win, I don't even necessarily mean that you're going to gain something necessarily. You're not going to necessarily gain some type of financial benefit or whatever. I'm talking about you can't win in terms of your peace. What people will want you to do is to put you into positions in scenarios where, in every way, shape, or form, they're always the one on top. They're the ones that always get the final say. They're the ones that always get their way in any way that it means, and they have to be, and I'm talking about, this could be something like they have to be more happier than you. They have to be the shining example. They have to be the brightest light in the room. And so you gotta really truly sometimes take a step back and really evaluate people, because you won't understand why you going through nothing but pure and utter hell with people. You gotta understand, you thinking that you're trying to make peace with people, and they might say out their mouth they're trying to make peace with you, but the truth of the matter is their actions will show you consistently they're not trying to make peace with you. They're trying to have some type of dominance over you, some type of supremacy up over you. And in every way, shape, or form, when they do that, it's like they're stealing away your peace. And that's why you will have no peace in your life. And it's like you can't be fruitful and you're just in this dark, depressed space. And oftentimes it's because of the individuals that's around you. They're not allowing that peace to take root, because they always have to be the one on the top. And understand, with these type of individuals, peace, they see peace in other people, that bothers the hell out of them. They hate that with a passion. So they'll pick fights, start arguments, they'll do whatever they can, or they'll go out there and manufacture things and then blame everything upon you, in some way, shape, or form. And they hate your peace so much is because these very same individuals, they can never have peace. They can never have peace. So it hurts people to see others with things that they know half of the times that they cannot attain, because they're not willing to go and do what is necessary to obtain true real peace. And so they have to do is they have to manufacture peace. And the way that they manufacture peace is they need to be the most peaceful one in the relationship or the room. And so what does that mean? They have to implement hell all around them, so that they are the ones that is the most peaceful. This is how these people feel more in control and better about themselves, and they're able to lift themselves up. They have to remove all the negativity and put it on the outside and try to get the outside to conform with what makes them feel better about themselves. And i.e., it's always going to be to the detriment of anybody and everybody around them. It's all about them. It's all about them. Of course they're gonna say something else. Of course they're gonna try and make it seem as though it's you or somebody else, or they're gonna make it seem like they will always pass the blame. They'll always pass the buck. They always got a problem. Everything is always wrong in their eyes for whatever reason. But these people don't get up and leave. They don't do this. They don't that. They always stay in the same positions, but they always got a god doggone power problem. Is because oftentimes when they see other people with things that they don't have, it strikes that negativity within them that's already intrinsic in them. So they got to manufacture hell. They have to remove the hell from themselves and manufacture it in their environment, so they're most peaceful in the chaotic situation that they was causing, or they have been causing. And so that's what I'm talking about, where you got to understand the situations that people place you in. You are not going to win. You're not going to win. And oftentimes, sometimes your biggest downfall in your life is sometimes your greatest asset. Sometimes your greatest strength is also your greatest weakness. The love that you got for somebody, the way that you want to see a relationship or whatever prevail, or you trying to work on something, you got to understand that sometimes that's your strength. The loyalty that you'll have towards people, the willingness to sacrifice so that you can keep on building some type of productive relationship, at least in your head. All these are great qualities, but they will be your biggest downfall when you're doing it with the wrong people. And it's just that simple. They will be your downfall. Your greatest blessing will always be your biggest curse if you don't understand the boundary component of it. If you don't understand everybody can be saved, because people need to want to be saved. They need to want to change. They need to want to be better. You cannot force people to be something that they're not. You're going to drive yourself insane. You are going to be in the loony bin trying to change people who are who they are. So in understanding that, you accept people for who they are, that's going to hurt your feelings. And so this is where I think a lot of people, when you take the power away from others and then you actually remove it from them and then you give it back to yourself, this is a scary sight for a lot of people, because now they are the prime mover in comparison to somebody else. They're the prime mover. And now they understand that they have to start to do things that will make them feel better in the long run. But like for the immediate, oh no, it's terrible. It's terrible. And it's just they got to remove people. They got to let this, and then they don't understand who the hell, who's coming next. Will I be alone this way, or would I be in this situation for however long? Blah 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 blah. And it keeps you in a stagnant position with people that's gonna keep on tearing you down. And oftentimes you can confusing love with toxicity. You confusing love with mental manipulation. You confusing love and loyalty with, and it's not that. But I'm telling you, people, they will see that, they'll prey upon that, and they will use it against you. They will pimp you. They will pimp your godlike qualities, and they won't care. And so you have to care. That's why you have to be the prime mover, and understanding that you have to be the one that wants to be happy. Other people, they can say it out their mouth all day, but their actions will show you clearly whether or not they want to make you happy, or that they. It's not as even that people can't make you happy. I didn't mean to say it like that. And happiness is not something that you just happy all the time. No, 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 no. It's contentment. You'll have happiness just like you have sadness. It's an emotion. It goes up and down. Happiness is not where you should be trying to get. It's the contentment. But the thing is, people around you need to want to see you happy, want to make sure that you are happy. And you will be thinking that people around you, they want to see you happy. But you'll understand in time, especially when you start to get better, that the very people that saying that they want you to be happy and prosperous are the very ones that's going up against you. They got a problem with your elevation. They got a problem with you actually starting to move towards happiness and being more fulfilled in life. Your greatest enemies more than likely will come from your own household. Blood don't matter, skin color don't matter, community don't matter. When people are out there and they got them demons on them, they not willing to work through whatever they've been going through, and all they want to do is manufacture evil outside of themselves so they feel better on the interior. They will drag you, and that's something you really got to understand. Skin does not matter, flesh don't matter when it comes to people in their spirit. People have to be willing to change. They have to be willing to work on themselves. And it's sincere, it's genuine, and it's a consistent effort that you can see with fruitful. It's a progression towards getting better, because anybody can talk real good. Anybody can make you feel like, oh yeah, I'm doing my best, but their actions gonna show you something completely different. And so in the end, all they gonna do is them demons gonna beat you to smithereens. They gonna tear you apart and not care. And that's just what it is. And again, I always say, you will get to a point where somebody got to die, because if you go in certain individuals' faces, they don't respect those godlike qualities. They don't even respect what you're doing for them. They see it as weak, and they will try you. It gets to a point where one of y'all gonna have to die. One of y'all gonna have to go out and go and be in prison. Is because the right one will try you on the right day, and you might snap. And that's how some people trying to get you to a point where you snap, and then you not thinking, and you gonna go do something stupid. I'm telling you, that's what people be. They want to do all that evil to cause hell, even if they die in the midst of it. They don't care, as long as they took you out, as long as they stopped you, blocked you, or kept you away from where you need to be in life. They don't care. They'll take that to the grave. They already know what it is after the grave. Their greatest life, their greatest achievement in their life is to stop you. And it's not to say it in a way where you just like, oh, you think you're better than somebody's stuff. I'm telling you this because this is the people, this is the mindset of people. Their mindset they have a petty mindset. So their mindset immediately goes to, oh, this person thinks that they better than somebody. It's like you can't win with these type of people. You can never win. They will always put you in a compromising position where you are always the one on the losing end. And again, that doesn't necessarily mean monetarily. Sometimes it's the peace of your mind. It's your peace. That people are very much happy to take that away from you, very much happy to go and inject as much drama into your life as possible, very much happy to go inject or lie and tell all these narratives, these lying narratives about who you are as an individual, to get other people to turn their back on you too. That makes people like this happy to destroy your happiness. They don't want to see you win. I care not about what comes out of people's mouths. You got to look at their actions because they can say anything and they will say anything to snake themselves around you so they get good in and get close enough so they can bite you and kill you with their venom. And so they put you in compromising positions where you simply cannot win. You can't. You go left, they got a problem. You go right, they got a problem. You go north, they got a problem. You go south, they got a problem. It doesn't matter what you do. Every step, your very existence, these people will try to invalidate you at every stop, every step. It does not matter. Everything that you say out your mouth, anything about you, just anything about you in general, it's complete opposition. It's complete hatred. It's complete like they're like they have a huge magnifying glass on you. Anything that you do, or you stepped on a pebble, they will change that and make it into World War III. They will act it like as though you just committed treason. I mean, not treason. They will act as though that you just committed treason. They will act like these things, like you just sold the Soviet Union all these nuclear war blueprints for America. This is how, and I'm telling you, it doesn't stop. These people, they live just to do that, to spew that evil up out of them, especially on somebody that they see has goodness inside of them. Nothing will make these people happier. It's to just destroy you in that way, to destroy your doggone happiness, to destroy everything that you got, destroy your relationships, to destroy it. And again, do not look at people and say, "Oh well, this is a family member." They'll snake you too, with the quickness. Heck, they'll snake you more likely more than the people in the street. They will snake you quicker than the people on the street. They don't care. They will be happy to do so. They will be worse than the people on the street. And so when you understand that, you understand certain environments with people, it's a no go. Trust and believe me, they're gonna be hot. They're gonna be upset. Then they will always make it as though that you're in the wrong, that you feel like you're better than somebody. And half of these times, these people's brain cells are so doggone far up off the map. They are so damn delusional. They lack self-awareness so severely that they really do the true think it's you. But this is these people's mentality. They have a negative predisposition on life. So everything that occurs is not going to be from a logical standpoint. It's from an emotional, negative emotional standpoint. So you distancing yourself, they take it as, especially those who lack severe self awareness. There's a lot of people that don't lack self awareness and they know they already in the wrong, but they don't give a damn. They're gonna still do what they're doing. But there's other, they lack self awareness so severely they really do think it's you. It's like they cover themselves with glue, and then they have these protruding shards, swords, knives, and everything like that, all plastered around their body, and then they expecting you to hug them, and then and they're getting offended and acting as though that you're doing something wrong is because you don't want to you want to hug them and let these the shards of the glass on them like pierce you and kill you essentially. You know what I'm saying? Have you bleed out. They feel offended by that. And again, half of them they lack self awareness to know that there's these protruding glasses is up off, on that is glued onto their body. And so, yes, they're gonna come at you. Yes, they're going to get other people to make it seem as though you're doing something wrong. Yes, they won't. They don't hold themselves accountable. But for everything that you do, they'll hold you accountable to the umpteenth degree. When they do it, it's just like you just tripping. Like it's you just making it's nothing. But when you do it, it's World War III. It's on site every time. These people, just to be around these demons, you got to become the devil. Somebody gonna die. Somebody gonna be in a prison cell. It's not advocating for violence, but I'm telling you, this is how some of these people will get you to the point where you will snap on them, and you next 25 years, you in a prison cell because you just shot and killed somebody, because you hurt somebody, and this is what these people live for. That's what they live for. They got it all in the bag. They got everybody eating out the palm of their hands through their manipulation and their lies. Playing both sides. These people playing all sides there possibly is to get people to look at you and perceive you. They'll go out and sabotage and set up things so that it'll make you look bad. They'll try to take any little thing and blow it up to a whole nother proportion. When the next man does it, these people don't even really pay attention to it. Heck, if anything, they give that person an award. But when you do it, it's like you just committed treason. You just gave the USSR all of America's doggone nuclear blueprints. This is how these people will try to treat you. This is how they come against you. And so sometimes in your life you won't understand it. This is why people are coming against you in the way that they are. But they're setting up extremely corrosive, toxic environments so that you will always be the one in the wrong. You don't do anything, you're the one in the wrong. You do something to retaliate, you're the one in the wrong. If you do that, you're the one in the wrong. If you do this, you're the one in the wrong. You're always the one. They will always invalidate you. They will always make it seem as though you are the one that is the problem. That's what they will do. And then when you get up and leave, because naturally you would think, and this is how you'll know who true people truly are. You would think that if somebody thinks you're such as the problem, every day they got a problem with you, every move that you make, everything that you do is wrong, 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 wrong. Wouldn't logically, it would make sense, or people would be so much happier when you, the problem, according to them, is out of the way. Because naturally, if you, the problem, according to them, is the problem, everything is going to go great once you're out of the equation. Once you're removed from it, everything's going to go great. Well, tell me why things go worse. They actually get horrible. Now they're 20 times worse than what it was when you were there. The same problems persist, but there are even more problems that's coming up because you're no longer there to handle them. You're not longer there to carry that doggone weight. You're no longer the one that is there. They can't blame you for anything, but now that you're gone, the very same individuals, they got an attitude because you got up and left. The problems are 20 times worse than what they were before, but you were the problem the entire time. You were the one in the wrong. This is what they was going around telling everybody. This is how they was setting up the lifestyle. This is how everything that came out their mouth was making it seem as though you are incompetent. They might have never said that to your face directly, but that's how their demeanor is. How they'll always nitpick. How they will always examine any little thing that you do. And if they find any little thing, they will blow it up to a whole nother proportion. You are clearly the problem. So what is the problem when you get up and you leave and you're no longer in these situations? Why would people go 30 for 30 trying to get you back into scenarios and situations, relationships, workmanships, or whatever the situation is, when you were clearly the problem according to everybody else? You were clearly the problem when you're there. But now that you're gone, they all want you back. They acting to seem as though you have done something wrong. You've messed up the operations. You see what I'm saying? You cannot win. You can't win. And you will drive yourself crazy. And this is exactly what these people want. They want to have you there to make you think you are always the problem. You know why? It's because now you don't believe in yourself. Now you're so timid because they've been invalidating you as an individual. Anything you say, any move you make, even if you did it perfectly, they always got a problem with it. You just built the Taj Mahal, and they still got a problem with it. Person right next to you, they barely build up a tower with marshmallows and toothpicks, but they giving this person the humanitarian of the world, the humanitarian of the year, man or woman of the decade. That's what they'll give to that person. But with you, oh no, 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 no. They will look at every little crook, every little nick, every nanny, and they will make it seem as though you are extremely inadequate. They can't even do the very things that you do. They can't even walk a doggone centimeter in your shoes. They can't hold a candle, and it's not about talking like in a way, but I'm telling you, that's what it is. These people can't even do it. They can't. But yet, with you, every little problem, every single one, every one. And if you're not the wise and you're not privy, again, because they'll do this when you're young. And this is where sometimes you got to give yourself grace because people out in the world, they love to sit there and try to judge you for the things that you don't know. They love to sit there and judge you for the things that you have done that was wrong or whatever the situation is. You could have been abandoned as a child. You could have been neglected severely. And so you have those abandonment and those childhood wounds. And so, when you making decisions that is very clear to those who have already had some type of, they've never necessarily had those abandonment issues in the same way as you. People in your past told you you were wrong as an individual, that you was this, that you was this, and you might have developed lower self-esteem. You might have not had a great view of yourself. And so you struggle with those problems, whereas other people, they didn't necessarily have to go through the same problems as you. So they actually did get that encouragement. Actually did get whatever. And so people like to sit there and judge you for the things that you're going through. How don't you know that? You're so stupid. Like, how you don't know? Like, everybody, these people got all that mouth, they got all that doggone lip. They got all that lip because when you go through things, because you don't know certain type of things, because of how you were raised, how you were neglected, how you had to come up and struggle in your life, and how the lessons for you was completely different because nobody gave a damn about you. Nobody was there for you. Nobody was helping you. Nobody was pouring into you. And it actually, no, not let me not say that, but you got blessed by God. But the overwhelming majority of your life, not a damn soul on this earth was even remotely there for you. Not a damn soul on this earth. Only one was God. Only one. And so now you struggle with those, and you learn and you go through those trials and those tribulations. You learn a lot about yourself and how to fix those things. It's so doggone funny how the very same individuals that's sitting there judging you for the things that you had to learn, the pain and the things that, when they already had those lessons, when the table is turned and the very same individuals run into problems where they were not taught as a child, now they want to cry boo-hoo. Why can't people understand my plight? Like, I didn't have this when I was younger. I didn't know these things. I know when it's on them. It's the lessons when they don't have it. They ain't got all that lip no more. Now they want sympathy. Now they want people to understand. Now they want people to just to get it. But when other people don't have the lessons that they were taught when they were younger, they feel like they're better than that person. How stupid are you? How don't you know that? But when it's the opposite, and they go through things, and they now are at a crossroad where they weren't taught, they are the damn biggest victim in the world. Why can't people understand? Hashtag, we need to do better to teach these lessons and stuff like that when it's on them. You see the game? You can never win. You got to understand that, because it becomes easier that you realize, I have to leave people in the past. They got to go. Ain't nobody gonna die. Ain't nobody gonna be in that prison cell. Ain't nobody gonna be in this mental prison but you. You're going to snap one day. Just to be around these demons, you gotta become the damn devil. That's why you sometimes gotta get away. That's why sometimes you gotta remove people completely. They're not gonna do right. Sometimes you gotta go through enough hell in your life to understand the value, the true value of peace. And once you get that, you begin to recognize very clearly that a lot of people around you, their idea and how they're moving in life has nothing to do with trying to establish peace, regardless of what comes out their lying ass lips, regardless of what comes out their mouth. Because they will talk till they blue in the face. But you'll start to recognize very quickly, especially once you get up out that pit. God get you up out that dark, depressed state. And now you can see things so much clearer. And he gives you more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And he gives you peace. And you go back and try to do some type of resolution with people. Because maybe they might have said that you were the problem all the time. Now you're in a much more clearer space and you're trying to resolve things. Watch how people, they don't want to resolve things. They will just find something else to complain about. They will pull stuff right up out of the doggone blue, like they're a doggone magician pulling up a rabbit out of a hat. They will try to do, and you'll see very clearly these people, they don't want any type of resolution. You see very quickly these people do not want peace. You can see very clearly that these people, what they have a witch hunt against you. And that could be very aggravating because a lot of people who don't go through the things that you go through, and I'm not even talking about the perpetrators, I'm talking about a lot of other people in the world. They do not go through the things that you go through. They don't have to walk in your shoes. People sit there and think that you are delusional and that you've lost your mind. Because they thinking nobody would care about you enough to go and do all the stuff that you're talking about. You're not famous. You don't have all this money. You don't have this and this and this. Why in the sand blazes would people sit there and take all that time, energy, and effort to come against you when you ain't even got nothing? That's how people of the world would think. They thinking that you won't. You just really delusional. That you think that you're somebody that you're not, and that could be another isolating and very detrimental feeling for you, and could put you in another place where you feel even more depressed because it's like you can't even go out there and express people. People thinking that you tripping. People thinking that you think you better than something that you're not. That you are. People be thinking that you think like you Barack Obama or something like that. What do you have for people to come against you? Where's the how? Why would people do all that? You must just be tripping. Like people are not really like that because they have never had to go through it. The perpetrators know, and the perpetrators they play upon the. They understand a lot of people don't. They don't. They have different phases. They understand a lot of people. They don't go through what you're going through. They understand that, and so they're able to play on that and get other people to think that you're crazy and you think that you something that you're not. That you're delusional, putting you into a further more isolating feeling because in a more depressed feeling because it's like who can I talk to? You get misunderstood so much. Who do I talk to? Who can I explain this to? Nobody gets it, and that makes you feel like maybe I am wrong, maybe I am in the wrong. But that's how that devil gets you. He has to make you think that you're isolated and you're by yourself. Nobody else goes through it, and there's just you because it adds more validity that something's just inherently wrong with you. Now, if you believe that something's inherently wrong with you, this is pivotal because people start to take over your vessel. They'll start to control you. You know why? It's because now, because you believe that something is intrinsically wrong with you, you do not go inside and look inside. You go to the world and look to the world for validation, help, and understanding and guidance. The world will drag you. The world will drag you up and down. And then when they're done with you, they'll throw you across the street. Throw you out and let you dry up like you're a raisin in the sun and doesn't they won't care anything about it. They'll sit there and laugh at you every day. They'll make it a ritual to come and laugh at you every day because these people are so low down and depressed and miserable and they hate themselves so much. The only fulfillment that they get in life is to see the next man down on the ground, especially if they got all that secretive envy and hate and jealousy for you. My God, it will make their day. Again, like I said before, heck, if they even gotta die, they will go. They'll go to the grave happy if they was able to take you out with them. If they were able to destroy your life, they're willing to take that L if they can get at you too. This is the length that people will go through, the length of depravity, hate, and darkness that these people get down to. You just can't win. You can't. Trying to reason with these people, there's no reasoning. There's no logic, regardless of what comes out their mouth. I'm telling you, when God gets you to that place of peace, you'll see, and you try to have resolution, try to work in a healthier way to fix these problems that you might have with people. You realize very, very quickly these people don't want to solve a damn thing. They don't want to do none of that. You'll see very quickly when you are advancing in life, these very same individuals, when you were at your lowest, they had to sit there and judge you on different benchmarks. And then when you got better and better and better, these people like to move the goalposts. And then you getting better and better and better. They keep on moving the doggone goalposts. What does that tell you? That tells you that these people, they're malcontents. This tells you that these people, their issue is really not with whatever they're saying. It's something intrinsically in you that is the problem. It's something that is deeply intrinsically wrong with them. People will hate you and they don't like you for no reason. People don't necessarily need a reason not to like you. They don't like you and they hate you is because they don't like and they hate their damn self. It's a projection. And that's why sometimes it's understandable that you cannot take things personally. But you don't mean that when I say don't take it personally, I mean like you got to understand the demons that other people are dealing with. In the same vein, just because you don't take it personal, it does not mean that you need to let these people stay in your life. It doesn't mean that you're going to communicate and go back and forth with them. It means you understand this person got to work through whatever they got to go through. I'm going to cut them off and leave them in love. I'm gone. I'm done because I'm going to have to hurt somebody or they're going to have to hurt me. Someone's going to go down and one of us is going to be in a very bad position. It's just what it is. And so it's like, you know what? I don't want to end up my I don't want to end my life in a certain type of way. I don't want to spend another second or another breath on these damn fools, these demonic fools. Deuces. I'm no longer trying to win in any capacity with certain relationships. because you come to the conclusion there's no winning. They're not, their true problem is not with what's coming out their mouth. There's no winning. There's no winning. They put you in positions where people will turn their back on you, laugh at you, talk about you, do this, and this, all this manner of evil. They will work behind the scenes to set these things up. They will dish out nothing but neglect and evil towards you. Everyday interactions and potentially even verbally. And again, this could be family. Every day they show you they don't like you, they don't care you, they can really give a rat's ass about you. In every way, shape, or form. That's what their demeanor is. That's what their way that they're coming across. Ain't picking up a phone, ain't talking to you, ain't regressing. Y'all ain't got a relationship. Sometimes you'll have a more of a relationship with a homeless person on the street, or a random person on the street, or in the elevator. You could have talked to them for 2 good minutes. You have a deeper connection and a better relationship with that individual than you do with 99% of the people that you've known your whole entire life. Ain't they about nothing? That was more genuine in that 2 minute interaction. They had more kindness towards you, or understanding, empathy, or whatever towards you than the people that you've known for all your life. That tells you a lot, because people can come back and tell me, oh, I love you. No, they don't. That's not what love is. That's not love. And you got to understand that. People that got love for you is not about to sit there and disrespect you like that. People who love you is not about to be there and they are so nasty and vindictive towards you. People that love you is like they have a kindness towards you, understanding, empathy. People that love you is willing to endure a lot with you, not get up and leave you high and dry when your life seems like it's not about to go nowhere, or your life seems like it's going on a downward spiral. And then once God gets you back up and you starting to go back up, now these very same individual trying to run back into your life, trying to get on the doggone train. Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? It's good to see you now. Get up out of my life. You're done. And then they'll turn around and act like something's wrong with you. Do all this manner of evil, plotting, scheming, talking about you, and all that, and then have the nerve to turn around and act as though you did something wrong with them. Again, do you see what I'm talking about when I'm saying that you cannot win? They're not grateful. You always got to understand, when you're giving things to people, they need to be grateful and appreciative of it, because you're going to drain yourself. And not only that, you'll feel even worse about yourself because you're giving something that is holy to the damn dogs. And that will be the predicament in the lifestyle that you live for. And you're in the deep, dark depression because you have these false ideology like blood is thicker than water. That's a damn lie. Blood is thicker than water. Where do you think that came from? Blood is thicker than water. They say that as, oh, because we fam or whatever, or we same blood, we black, or we this, that is, we come from the same community. And you can use it. It can resonate on all these levels. But just for this example, blood is thicker than water. They'll be talking about all that. That's an example of how family should stick together. And family sticks together at all costs. But it's under this notion and this presumption that your family gonna be there for you. They're gonna help you. Again, it doesn't even necessarily be family. You can insert any other type of social dynamic in there. But I'm just using family as an example. Blood is thicker than water. You know where that stuff came from? They came from the place where we as human beings want to link up with others and ensure that we have some type of protection against the outside world. Why is that so important? Is because now when you have this understanding with blood thicker than water, family, they're there to protect you. They're going to be your allies. They're your immediate allies. They're going to be the ones that's got your back the most. So you stick together in order to, as a unit, move and navigate throughout life, where y'all as a unit is working together. So when y'all stay together, that idea, that creed, that blood is thicker than water, y'all gonna be loyal towards each other to a large degree. Y'all gonna have love for each other. Y'all gonna make sure that everybody is good, everybody's straight. That's where that creed came from humans wanting to stick together with other people. It's not necessarily biblical. It's not from God necessarily. Because in the same vein, God tells you, if you love your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sisters more than me, you're not worthy of me. Why is that so important? It's because the spirits within people will override their doggone flesh, or what type of relationship or whatever bond that y'all got with one another. It's going to override it. Them demons don't care because y'all can, or them demons don't care because y'all got the same skin color. Them demons don't care because y'all are from the same community. Them demons don't give a damn about none of that, but they will use it against you. Oh, yes, indeed, they will. They will use it in their favor. Oh, yes, they will. They have no doggone intentions to live up to these titles that they'll try to come back and beat you over the head with so you can stay in some type of dynamic with them. Same individuals, they've never treated you how the titles that they're trying to come at you with. Never. But then they acting like you did something wrong towards them. Never. Half of the time, they might act, and it seems as though when you're about to leave, you're no longer responding. You no longer really want to deal with them. Now, all of a sudden, they're this perfect title. They're this perfect person. Now this creed is so important to them. Blood is thicker than water. But when they was winning and they felt like that was up and you was down in the ditch, they could give two rats asses about that creed. They treated you like a damn enemy. They treated you worse than the ops. They treat their ops better than they've treated you. And y'all could be kin. Y'all can come from the same bloodline. Y'all can come from the same community. Y'all can come from the same skin tone, y'all racial group or whatever. But yet they will snake you and they will be happy and gleeful when they do it. It tells you a lot, but that's why you can't take people from their flesh. Flesh will kill you. Cain killed Abel, do we not? How often do you have people within the same family dynamics? They'll easily kill their damn relatives over a buck. Easy. It's very easy. They'll easily snake somebody over a buck. Very, very much easy. And so, with that being said, when you go the opposite, meaning that you value God, people more than you value God, you value their flesh more than their spirit. They're gonna drag you up and down the streets, and you're gonna end up in the coffin so much easier. These people do it with a smile on their face because they really not your people. They're not really there for you. They not there. No, the people that's there for you is the ones that have the same spirit as you. Those are your family. Those are your community. Those are the people that you should be in tight net community connection with, because those people who have the same spirit have is God is in the midst of that. That's why He says, if you love your mama, your brother, your sister, your father, your brother, whoever else more than me, you're not worthy of me. Same thing when Jesus was teaching in that example where, one of his when he was teaching all these people, one of his disciples came to me and said, Jesus, hey, your mother and your brother is at the front gate. What should we do? Jesus said, what did Jesus say? Jesus said, who's my brother? Who's my mother? It's the ones that did the will of the Father. You see what I'm saying? This is where you got to get in your brain of where to get to. It's understanding people and accepting them and understanding you got love for them, but understand because they not willing to work through whatever they've been through or trying to actively really try to fix it or something like that, them demons is riding them something heavy. Half of them don't care. They love it like that. They like that energy. They like to play in the dark all the time. And you are a big prime target for them. Ain't nothing about this is weakness. Ain't nothing about this you being afraid. Nothing about this is like trying to evade responsibility, evade some type of conflict. Well, you are, but you're doing it in the way where this battle between people is completely not fruitless. It's going to be fruitless. Going back and forth with these type of people, it's fruitless. You're never going to win. You sitting there trying to go back and forth with people, you'll be nothing but a fool. And people will look at you as nothing but a fool. Nothing but a fool. Because they like, you don't catch on, you don't understand that we don't keep doing this. You don't catch on, you don't understand that we ain't coming at you for whatever we saying. Don't you see that? Don't you understand that every time when we have some type of criticism and you surpass those things or whatever, we keep on moving the goalposts? It's because it's nothing about what we're talking about. It's about, I hate you because I'm trying to destroy you. It's the spirit that I hate you. That's what I hate you. And that's why we keep on going against you. I don't care who you are. And that's what it is. And that's what people will do. And so that's what I'm talking about, where there's no winning. You going back and forth with these type of people, you trying to go over there and check and da. I ain't saying you, when I say check them, I'm talking about like, telling them about, oh man, you need to change, or because this is what's going on in this relationship. This is how you come across me. Like, no, they ain't gonna listen. They ain't gonna sit there and even remotely take that serious. They'll laugh. They'll laugh because they thinking like, you still in my face, so I'm gonna keep doing whatever I want to do. And so that's when you cut them off, and again, they acting like you are Adolf Hitler now. This is how they'll run around telling everybody. And again, half of them really do think that you are that way. There's no winning. There's no winning. And you guys sometimes you gotta understand that this is a situation. There's no winning. There's no winning. If I stay here, I'm draining myself. I'm gonna kill myself going back and forth with these people. And I ain't saying I'm gonna physically go. What I'm saying is these people are either they going one of y'all gonna end up in the grave early through stress, through fighting, through something. Somebody's going, and these people they're not gonna change. So, and you're the one in the pain. So what does that mean? That means you gotta change. And trust to believe me, a lot of these people, once you're no longer in pain, that's the beauty of God. That's the beauty of them tables turning around. Because when you're no longer in pain, at least not in that severe level of pain, these very same individuals going through it. They going through it. They don't be getting away with what they be doing. They don't get away with doing somebody that actually had their back and showed them love and all this stuff and was actually trying to be good in their life. You think these people get away with that type of stuff? Do you understand how hard it is to find somebody that's actually like that? That's actually loyal, that's this way, that's got that love, that kindness, and all that other different type of stuff to help them, the giving, the ability to give. You know how extremely rare that is for people to actually really care. People they can only pull these stunts on you is when you actually care. But the moment you don't, these people lose all their power and they sitting there looking like a dummy with egg on their face, acting like they're a victim. Foolish people play foolish games and they get foolish prizes at the end, and then they start there and do nothing more than boohoo and weep, acting like they're a victim all the time. And so that's what you got to understand, because at the end of the day, when you stay around, you the only one that's losing out. You can't win. You either got to resort to fighting everybody every day or just being a complete doormat, because you're so tired of the droves of people that keep on coming at you every day. 60, 70, 80 people on you. Just one you. The droves and the droves. You can go fight, but you ain't never going. And this is what that damn devil and what these people want is, so you're so embroiled in drama with them. You're so, and that's their, or they want to break you in, keep you in that drama. You cannot win, and you gotta recognize when these situations it's no win situation. The only thing that you can do in order to maintain your peace and your ability to be content is to leave people where they are. Leave them right where they had you messed up at. And in doing so, you do not open back up that door. And I ain't even saying letting people in your life physically. I'm talking about open up your door, like open up your mouth towards people and talking to them. Because you know it's nothing more than folly. Of course, they're going to come back trying to act a certain type of way. Of course. They know if they come to you in their true form, like the devil comes to you disguised as an angel of light. These people know damn well if they come to you in their truest form, they not you ain't even gonna remotely mess with them. So they gotta act like they sweet. They gotta act a certain type of way to get at your emotions, pulling on those heartstrings. People, they manufacture these trauma bonds, these abandonment wounds, meaning that they don't give you anything. They neglect. Do you as dirty as possible and try to break you as much as possible, installing a program of abandonment. And so what happens is oftentimes, especially when you start to get up out that pit and you actually out that pit and you good, the one of the ways that these people are able to really try to reel you back in as a deadly, I'll say a deadly breadcrumb, is to pretend that they care about you now. It's to pretend that they want to, they curious about like what you're going through and make sure that you're okay and all this other stuff, when they didn't give a damn before all these years before. Now all of a sudden they care. Why is that? Why is it now all of a sudden people care? God put you in certain predicaments. He put you in certain scenarios with the very same individuals that pretending that they care now. In the past, the very same scenarios when they did something different. They didn't care. They didn't come. They didn't reach out. It seems as though that they were happy when you were in your low place. But now that you're up again, now these people are all saddened and all that stuff, and now they care about you. Why is that? It's because they ain't got no control over you. It's because they trying to bring you back in, try to play games. It's because they trying to push that trauma bond that they that trauma and those abandonment wounds. They know that they've programmed them into your system, so they're pushing that button. They're pushing it, and in the past it might have worked, but now they're pushing it. And they don't understand why it's not working no more. They don't understand, and they know that they lost all power over you, all control. One of the one things that they had was the love and the validation that they could have gave to you. And the nail in the coffin was when God gave it to you. When he showed you that love and validation, it was a done deal for people. It was a complete and utter done deal. That's why they pressing that button. They don't understand why it's not working now when it worked so many times in the past. Understand the only way that you're gonna keep your peace, and people ain't gonna care about your peace like you. They're not gonna. In fact, everybody that people that see your peace, they hate it and they despise it because they ain't got it, and so they're going to do whatever it takes to go against you. So you got to understand that you in situations where you won't you can't win. You're just not gonna win. You're trying to explain your case to people and see people trying to show people who you are, and you're not this terrible person. How people are lying on you and this and this and this. Again, people sit there, look back at you like you a damn fool because they know you telling the truth, but they don't care. You are the public enemy, and they're gonna go against you anyway. It doesn't matter what you say. You could pull out all evidence in the world and plaster it in their face. They still going to say that you're guilty and go against you because it has nothing to do with whatever they just need a reason to hate you. So it doesn't matter. So people will jump on a bandwagon about lies about you with the quickness. And you trying to think about like, why would people, even though I help these people, why would people believe this? It's because they was looking for a reason. They don't need a reason not to like you. That's their reason. And they're going to hold on to it. Even when all the evidence comes out, they're going to still hold on to it and say that this is wrong. But you understand, again, this is what I'm talking about, where you got to understand when this is a lose-lose situation, you can't win. The only time you win is when you let people go and let them go in peace and let them be in their emotions, let them be crying, let them boo-hoo. But at the end of the day, you moving forward and you're around people that actually want you to be happy. And that's the most important thing in the world. So I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.